When a man wishes to let his hair grow longer, this is normally what happens after deciding they want longer hair. They'll wait a month or 3 for it to grow out. Then they'll detest it when it's in the awkward stage. And they'll go crazy trying to convince themselves not to cut it every time they look in the mirror. At some point, when they are feeling very vulnerable, they will give in and do it. If that has been your experience with hair growth, then pay attention, because we are about to provide you with an example for achieving the long, thick locks you've always desired. A starting and an ending point are required because this is a roadmap. When you grow it out, how do you envision it looking? Is a man bun, a slicked back medium flow, or Jason Momoa your style goal? To determine how long it will take for your hair to grow and make plans accordingly, you must have a final objective in mind. When working with a professional stylist, it helps to have a specific objective in mind so that you can work towards it more effectively. For a few months, you might be given an undercut if you desire a style similar to Leonardo DiCaprio's. But for the sake of this video, let's pretend you're not familiar with buzzing. After you've decided what you want your hairstyle to be like and maybe even saved some pictures of potential styles, the next step is to plot out a course to bring you there. First things first, so you've decided to have a buzz cut. Your hair will be growing out equally all over during this phase, giving the impression that your once spherical head is now more like a fuzzy tennis ball. The typical rate of hair growth is approximately ½ an inch every month, so keep that in mind. You need 9 inches of hair or more to start looking like you have long hair. For the majority of men, that equates to around 12 months of maturation. You should focus on building a healthy scalp so that your hair may grow thick and healthy. This necessitates doing certain actions. Keep in mind that your goal for improvement should dictate whether you do or do not undertake any of these steps. Exfoliating the scalp. Dry, flaky skin that looks like dandruff can be helped with this. Oil of rosemary. This not only thickens and grows your hair, but it also hydrates and nourishes your scalp. Healthy eating. A fantastic quality for developing beautiful, healthy hair is eating a lot of protein, particularly eggs. Nature's multivitamins, that is what they are. To acquire all the vitamins your hair needs for good growth, you can also purchase an all-in-one supplement, such as Sugar Bear. To skip that unsightly part of hair growth, look at the longest hair on top of your head. It holds the key. This hair shows us the maximum amount of time we can spend cleaning and trimming it before it starts to fall out. You can clean up and trim this section of hair anywhere below it if you lay it on its side. Doing so will not impede the growth of your long hair. Our initial cleanup usually occurs after 2 or 3 months. The hair on the sides and back will just undergo cleanup, which can take the form of a taper, low fade, or simple trim. We will now get a cleanup every month or 2, according to the front strand rule, based on your hair's growth rate. After a few months of sporting a side part, you'll find that you can't get away with as short of a buzz cut. Your locks will begin to take on a more defined shape, and minor trims will be your only option. Now that we're 6 months into the hair growth process, you've officially achieved what I refer to as home stretch hair, which is characterized by neatly shaped locks. You've successfully navigated the majority of the uncomfortable stage, and now you're entering the realm of long-haired people. I recommend getting a trim regularly from now on to tidy it up, remove broken ends, and clean it up. On the other hand, you would hate to undo months of progress by doing too much. So, to recap the initial half of our hair journey, we begin with short hairstyles. Making it less of a hassle to reach your scalp can promote healthy development. A modest taper, fade, or trim might help you avoid tennis ball heads in the first 2 months. To skip the uncomfortable part, just follow the front strand rule. At 3 months, a side part or similar style is usually the way to go, and at 4 months, a gentleman's cut and expanded side part is just as good. Home stretch hair begins at 6 months. You will only require minor adjustments till you achieve your objective. This may seem like the end of the road to you, but trust me when I say it's only the beginning. Long hair is a common problem for males since they don't know how to maintain it, and as a result it gets greasy, stringy, and frizzy. This is going to be completely different for you because you've always had short hair. Now is the time to start caring for your hair if you want long hair that looks excellent. It will require research into what works best for your hair, application of oils and masks, use of targeted shampoos and conditioners, regular brushing and adherence to a regimented washing schedule. If you believed it would be simple, you were mistaken. It takes a lot of effort to achieve long hair that looks excellent. It will require a new approach even in the drying process. So that you won't have to stress about tracking all of this information out on your own, we will create a dedicated film covering all of this.